Hey folks, thank you to several viewers, Jonathan in particular, who sent me a recent article that was shared by Sony Alpha Rumors via Photographer about DxO Mark, and it's essentially showing that the $345 Yongnuo lens is outperforming overall the Carl Zeiss Otus 55mm, which I have used and tested, and it's just exceptional. Now, this is not intended as shade against Chinese-made lenses. There's lots of great ones out there. It's not about Photographer or Sony Alpha Rumors. I know the people who run both of them, and they're lovely guys. But it is kind of about DxO Mark, and more so about that you need to dig a little deeper than just looking at the top line numbers. It's like looking at the Rotten Tomatoes score of a film. Who cares? That isn't really an indicator of what's a good film. So I've done videos on DxO before, and I do refer to their testing. I do believe that the way they test is accurate, and the results they're reporting are accurate, but the overall scores are weighted, and you have to dig in to see how they're testing and what each result is actually showing. So yes, this shows that the 58mm Noct, which is even bigger and like almost 4 times the price of this 51.2, has the top score at 55, and then it's the Sigma 85mm, which is a fraction of the price at $1,200, is 51, and that the Yongnuo 85 is the same, 51, and then that the Otus is only at 50. Top line, that is a great headline. That's going to get lots of clicks. That's going to get affiliate click-through and all of that great stuff, which a lot of us rely on. Just dig a little bit deeper though, and I think you'll find that the way it's been weighted and the way it's actually been tested in this case in that graph is horseshit. I'm sorry. Take a look, and the Yongnuo performs notably worse, like way worse, in chromatic aberrations. It's also the worst at transmission, so how much light is actually getting through. It's up there for the worst in terms of vignetting and distortion, all things that on a primo quality lens you want to be great. What it excels in is sharpness, and that's what caught my eye, that having used all of the lenses and knowing how good the Noct is if you get it in focus, and the Otus if you get it in focus, and the Sigma at a great price, that they were all getting 33, 35, 36 for sharpness, and this Yongnuo is getting 53. That's, again, nothing to do with price or where they're manufactured, but it's almost unbelievable to me. You just have to take a little look there at what camera these were tested on, and the whole thing falls apart. So in this graph that they're sharing, the Noct was shared on the Z7, which is a reasonably high sensor, a little bit old though. The Sigma and the Zeiss were both tested on the D800E. Fantastic camera, but quite old and significantly lower resolution. And the Yongnuo was tested on the current generation 60-odd megapixel A7R4. So what a surprise that it's going to score better on sharpness. And because of that one metric being so far out, it's completely skewed the results. And it does make a huge difference. If you take a look, let's say, at the Yongnuo, for example, testing it on that camera, the A7R4, it's getting a sharpness of 53 megapixels. Outstanding. If you test it on, say, the A6000, it's getting 17 megapixel sharpness, or on A3000, it's getting 17 megapixel sharpness. That's not to say that it's really a 17 megapixel sharpness lens, but it absolutely depends on the sensor that you're using. So you can't say that this has gotten 53 megapixel sharpness when you were testing the other lenses on 36 megapixel cameras, that there's no way they can get close to that by the design of the test. So dig a little deeper, take a look at the results. It looks like it's a pretty fantastic lens if the chromatic aberrations and stuff don't bother you. I know my assistant actually loves all of those flares and aberrations and stuff, and at that price, I'm sure it's a great option. But like my headline, sorry for the clickbait, go beyond the title and actually see what's driving the results, how the test was set up, what weighting is being applied to the different factors to make an informed purchasing decision. Let me know any questions you have. I'll see you soon.